Another catastrophic decision, HIV. HIV is a fatal, incurable infection. Until it came along, it was the universal standard public health policy when dealing with a fatal, incurable infection that everybody who got it was isolated from the rest of humanity immediately, compulsorily, and permanently, but of course humanely, for they had done nothing wrong, precisely to protect the rest of humanity from becoming infected. Once again, the same faction that argued for the DDT ban and caused 6 holocausts of children came along and said, no, they didn't want HIV to be made a notifiable disease as would normally have been done. They didn't want people stigmatized. No, they would rather have them dead. The result was 25 million dying, dead so far and counting, 40 million infected and counting. Those are UNAIDS figures. 7.5% infected south of the Sahara, 3% infected in Washington, D.C., and that's 3 times the threshold for a serious and permanent infection, epidemic, I should say. A very serious and tragic problem. Here is just one instance. This is a lady whose 2 previous children had died of AIDS. The child she's holding there is visibly sick and dying. He died shortly after this picture was taken, and the mother died a year later. That's what happens when you get the science wrong. You get the science wrong just because you want to pursue some political agenda or another, then you will get the policy wrong. And if you will get the policy wrong, it's not the likes of us who will suffer. We can always adjust our circumstances and get out of it and get out of the way. The people who will suffer if we get the policy wrong are the poor, the helpless, the people who have no vote because they live in some ghastly post-colonial dictatorship, the people who have no say, who have no education, who have no wealth, who have no health service. It is they who will suffer if we self-indulgently pursue policies that are not based on science, but on the attempted politicization of science.